What's going on, everyone? This is Crazy Russian 86 here, back again with another video. So, today I'm eating some fork and knife burrito and drinking some Corona Extra before going to FedEx. And I'm gonna leave in an hour or so. I don't give a fuck, it's the best way to go to FedEx after you drink a beer. It's actually the way to do it. Because when you go to FedEx under some kind of influence, it's actually can help your mindset a little bit, and people don't give a shit. So I'm only drinking 12 ounces, so I'll be fine to drive and everything will be great. But anyway, you click on the title so you know what the fuck I'm gonna talk about. Cheers. This video is gonna go down for Todd. You know, I probably should actually grab the fork, but I'm probably gonna eat after this video. Well, I eat after the video. Even though I'm super hungry, but I'll just wait. It's just fork and knife burrito, you know. It has some sauce, some egg and burrito, you know. Nothing special, so I'll eat it after the video. But anyways, you know, there are certain things in life where Todd is actually better than me. I was thinking about it this morning while I was at my other job at the nursing home. You know, for one thing, Todd is like 3 inches taller than me, okay? He's bigger than me. He's stronger than me. I just watched that video the other day where I couldn't open the beer bottle, and I was talking to Todd and saying him, open it for me, like I'm his boss, like he's inferior to me. And I was asking him to do that because I couldn't do it myself. And Todd did it pretty easily. So what does that say? That actually Todd is physically stronger than me, he's bigger than me, he's taller than me. But why do I consider myself better than Todd? Because I have a better work ethics, and I go to work when he calls off. I don't drink the whole lot, and I just act like I'm superior, because I'm mentally superior, because I'm like more advanced when it comes to life. Even though I'm smaller than him and physically weaker, you know. And that puzzles me a lot, you know, like, because when I was a kid, I was thinking like, damn, I'm so small, that's why people are teasing me. If I was bigger and stronger, somebody tells me something, tell me something I don't like, I beat the shit out of them, you know. That's how I was thinking as a kid. I was thinking that if I were bigger and stronger, and somebody tells me something I don't like, I'll fucking punch the shit out of that motherfucker. And I wouldn't give a shit, you know. That's what I was thinking as a kid. That if I only were bigger and stronger, I would solve all my problems in life. I remember that. I remember thinking that. But look at that. He's bigger and stronger than me. And I think of myself as superior than him. And other people even say that, you know, I'm more normal than Todd is. And Todd has been complaining, you know, I'm so depressed, I cannot get girls, and this and that. See, the thing is, it's all up there. Like, you can be a little guy. I don't remember thinking about it, like, remember my previous supervisor at my job, he was actually shorter than me, he was 5'5", I'm like 5'6.5". And he's been talking about getting pussy all the time. He was talking about it, and I'm like, damn, this guy gets more sex than I do. And I'm taller and bigger than he is. And then I was thinking about it like, damn, it's interesting. The girl's supposed to like guys who are like big and tall, but look, Ty, is so short and he has more sex than me. Then I go. Then Todd and Dave. Todd is like 3 inches taller than me and Dave is like 6 foot tall. And they're big tall guys and they're getting less sex than small guys. Like, why is that? They're bigger and stronger than us and they're getting less sex than us. Why? I was thinking that, I remember that. And that's like kind of the opposite of the way things should be in my mind, you know? Like, you think that girls like big guys who are big and tall and strong. And here we go. It's actually going to quite the opposite. The smallest guy gets more pussy and gets more money. And that's like crazy part about it. And then the little bit bigger guy has a little less sex. And there are big guys that are not getting pussy at all. And I'm like, damn, that shit is crazy. It's like quite the opposite of, you know, the way things should be. I was thinking that, I remember that. It was like 2 years ago, I had these thoughts in my head. It's like exactly the opposite, you know. And also I was thinking, like, you know, actually there's a lot of ways in which Todd is better than me. Todd is more relatable. He has easier time making friends. People would rather watch Todd than they would rather watch me. Like, I notice it a lot, that a lot of times people would rather watch Todd, even though people say that I'm more normal than Todd, I'm just awkward. And they say that I'm a little bit like Todd, but they all say that I'm more advanced. But I always notice that Todd been getting more views on YouTube. Todd was more relatable. But the problem was that I was the one who was keeping one channel for all these years. I started making YouTube videos when I was 22. Now I'm about to be 32 on Tuesday. So my birthday is going to be in 2 days. I'm going to be 32 years old. So 2019 is going to be 10 years of me being on YouTube. And during these 10 years I had the same channel. People didn't care about me. They didn't care about what I have to say. They would been telling me I'm unwatchable, unrelatable, be more like Todd. And I've been getting more views, but he was the one who was deleting his channels, deleting his videos. Todd had a chance for monetization on his channels. He didn't know how to do it. I figured it out instantly. But if Todd were a little bit smarter than me in some regards, he could have been making more money off YouTube than I do. He just couldn't figure out how to do it. Todd been longer in YouTube than I was. And I figured out the video editing, how to do video editing before he did. I'm a foreigner. I'm less relatable to Americans. And I have social challenges as well. And I was able to get more views, more money off YouTube, even though people cannot even relate to me. And people didn't like me less than they like Todd because of it. But I was able to succeed more in life and on YouTube and all kinds of areas. Even though the chances are against me. In all ways. Todd is taller, Todd is stronger. Todd is American, he can relate to people more. Todd has a sister, I have nobody. Todd has family support. Like, look at Todd, every time he fucks up, he has somebody to fall back on. Versus me, I have nobody, I have no brothers, no sisters. My mom in San Francisco minding her business. My dad tells me how to live my life, I don't want to deal with him, I cannot live with him. When I used to live with him, I felt like I was living in jail. I was not getting along with my dad and stepmom. I couldn't live with them. I got kicked out of his place because I told him off. And I told him off because I didn't like how he was getting into my fucking business. See? I was all by myself, and I'm not that big, I'm not that strong, but you know, and I don't even have a good abilities to do the jobs I do. Like, I'm disadvantaged too. Like, only FedEx and the nursing home, they're actually willing to take me. A lot of jobs they don't even want to fucking take me, you know. But I was able to live by myself, pay all my bills, have a good credit, help other people, you know. And I never got promoted at my jobs, and I was able to do all of that without any help. And I was getting all the hours, I was getting lucky, so my thing is just like luck and hard work. And I've been doing all the jobs which like I don't even have the best abilities for, you know. Like, I've been doing jobs which is like low skill, low level jobs, but I don't even have good abilities for that. Why? Because I'm not even the fastest worker. I may be the most meticulous worker, the cleanest dishwasher. I can do job well, but when it comes to doing things fast, I even suck at that, you know. But because of my good work ethics, and because I was coming to work all the time, never calling off, being very reliable, that's why I keep my jobs, you know. That's the only reason why. Even though my abilities for doing these jobs are not the greatest, like I'm not the fastest worker, you know. I may be the cleanest dishwasher, but I'm not the fastest one. I would prefer to work how I'm working, because I would rather, you know, I feel like the way I do things is better than the way other people do things personally, but, you know, in American society it's not the best, you know, to be like me. But I was able to sustain myself just because of my work ethics. I keep my jobs. And if somebody is gonna complain about me, I can say, well, I wash my stuff cleaner than other people. The quality of my work is better. Yes, I may not have a good ability to work as fast, but I do my job with a good quality, and other people don't, so. So I'm only getting ahead in life because of my work ethics and because of my meticulousness when it comes to work. Even though my speed is not the greatest, I'm not the fastest. And my discipline is not the greatest either. You know, I tend to be late a lot everywhere I go, but because I think about things, concentrate on things, do things thoroughly, kind of attentive. That's what kind of saves me, you know, at my jobs. Even though I do the things which I'm not doing things which, you know, I was born to do, but and society been discriminating me because I cannot do the things which I was born to do, you know. I'm doing things which I have to do to survive, because I'm not working the places where I'm the best at. I work in the places where people are taking me off the street, because these are the jobs are easiest to get. But because of my work ethics, I'm able to keep my head above the water. You know? Versus Todd doesn't have a good work ethics. He's been doing crazy shit. Like, he was jerking off on the food, and he was getting drunk and calling off. Things like that. That's why Todd's been not keeping his jobs. So see? And then also when it comes to money, Todd's been blowing money on his stupid fetishes. Then all he needed to do is just fucking call escort service and get some pussy. Todd is the one who told me about paying for sex. And I've been getting more pussy than he did, and then eventually I found girlfriend. Even though I'm not the best, I don't have good social skills, I'm socially awkward, I have social anxieties, anger issues and all of that, and I'm a foreigner too. So for Todd, in some ways, he had an upper hand on me in that way too, because he can relate to American girls better than me. You know? So Todd, in a lot of ways, he's superior to me. His main problem is that he is not using what he got. Because if Todd would have the same kind of mind as I have, shit, he would be better than me right now. Because he has a better people's personality, you know. He's more relatable. People find him more entertaining. He's stronger than me. He's taller than me. It's just his fucking craziness, his fetishes, his weirdness, and his inability to live life. This is what fucks him up. And Todd has more support than me. More family support, people support him more. Like Ramstad. He's been sending Todd free gifts, and when I was eating his fucking free candies, Ramstad was fucking telling me, Emil, why are you eating Todd stuff? It's for Todd, not for you. See, people treat Todd better than they treat me. And here I am, getting ahead of Todd. And people are telling me that I'm more advanced in life than Todd is. When I have social problems, social anxieties, all kinds of issues, and I'm getting less favorable treatment, and I, in certain ways, have worse abilities. The only reason why I'm ahead of Todd, because I never give up, I have more consistency, and that's it, you know? So Todd fucks his own shit up. In some ways, I'm actually less able than Todd is. And I'm achieving more just simply because I have a better work ethics and things like that. Because I have more strikes against me than what Todd has against him. But yet, I'm able to achieve more with that. Isn't that crazy? And actually, I'm crazier than Todd in a way. It's funny to think about it. I was thinking about that too. Because like in reality, I'm angrier than Todd. And I'm crazier in some ways than Todd. Like, Todd is crazy when it comes to his behavior and stuff. For example, like, Todd has his fetishes, his weirdness. But Todd is like a big teddy bear, you know? He wouldn't do anything crazy. Like, I feel like I can be crazier than Todd. Because like Todd is a big teddy bear. Todd is nice and he like a pushover. Me, even though I'm smaller, but I'm kind of meaner. You know, that's actually another thing which actually surprises me. Like, why all of these big guys who are actually big and strong, they're like big teddy bears. And they act like they're fucking pussies. Versus guys like me who are like fucking little, but they're fucking mean and they just don't give a fuck. Because I feel like let's say, take me, Todd, and Alan, for example. Like Todd, Alan is crazy. If we will live in the world without any consequences, right? And somebody would tell, hey, listen, there's a building, you just fucking blow it out, you kill 100 people, and you're not gonna go to jail, nothing's gonna happen to you. Alan probably go for it right away. Me, I may think about, I'll see what kind of people are there. And I'll just shoot the people I don't like and I wouldn't give a fuck. Versus Todd, he probably wouldn't do nothing. You know, in the world without any consequences, That's what probably would be. Alan would kill people without thinking about it. I would probably kill people, only selective people whom I wouldn't like and wouldn't give a shit about it. And Todd probably wouldn't kill no one. Now, we live in the world of consequences. So obviously I'm not gonna do that because I wanna keep my jobs and I wanna live alright. But if the consequences wouldn't be there, and I knew I can get away with it, I wouldn't do it for no reason, obviously, because I'm not a psychopath, but I would do some damage to people who just like wouldn't let me get what I wanna get, and I wouldn't give a fuck about that, but I wouldn't do it for no reason, you know. And Todd probably wouldn't do anything. He was just like a big teddy bear, you know. So I'm actually a little bit crazier than Todd in some ways, but and I act like I'm better than Todd, which I consider myself being better than Todd. When in reality, Todd has certain things which I don't have, but he just cannot apply himself, and that's why he fucks his own shit up. If he would be a little bit smarter, he could achieve more in life than I achieve. So in reality, if he fucks his own shit up, you know, he could do better. He just chooses not to. Me, I'm in a whole different ball game, you know. It's hard for me to do better because I can't relate to people, you know, and I have more challenges in some areas than Todd does, but you know, I just put more effort in. That's why I get more out of life than Todd does, but if Todd would put the same effort as I do, he probably would have more in life than I do, you know? He really would have. But it just, his personality and his fetishes and his bullshit and his mental problems, this is what fucks him up. Because physically he's better than me. He just mentally less capable. That's it. And both me and Todd, we have impaired social skills. But because my IQ is high, that's probably why I'm achieving more in life. And also because I don't give up, I'm just crazy like that, you know. Like me, until I'm gonna get what I want, I'm not gonna stop. And I don't care, like me. I'll do anything to get what I want. Versus Todd, he's not like that. I'm kind of more determined, you know. Even though my abilities of doing things are, in some ways, are worse than Todd's. Really, they are. Yep. In some ways, I can be even more toxic person than Todd is, but I'm actually not an evil person, for real, for real. But I've been put in fucked up situation in life. And I just want my freedom, you know. I wouldn't want to live with my parents. I want to live how the fuck I want to live, you know. And I can only do so much. And I have my own mind too, you know. Even though people say that I'm stupid, but I don't think I am. Because if I were to be stupid or retarded, I wouldn't be able to fucking pay my bills and go to work and get the money and save money and do things like that. If I were able to do all of that, it means I'm not fucking retarded, okay? But people just been talking shit about me for no reason. They're fucking stupid. You know? People telling me I'm retarded, I'm a troll. I watch myself, what I say. I look at my life and the results of my actions. I'm not retarded at all. I'm not stupid at all. And I'm making my living honestly, you know. Because I don't want to go to the path Alan went, you know. I do not want to go to jail. But there's only so much I can do. And people realize that, you know. And it sucks. Next step, I need to try to force myself to get my CPA, you know, to study hard. And that's actually my challenge. I have problems too. It's hard for me to force myself to take initiative and do new things. It's hard for me to, you know, to change that. So I'm only like one step above Todd or Alan. It's hard for me to progress. So I have my blocks too, which I'm aware about of, and I'm doing the job which I'm less capable even than Todd maybe in some areas. But I just want to be free and I want to survive, and I'm just doing whatever I have to do to accomplish that, and this is what differs me and Todd. And that's the reality of it, you know. I have problems, I have challenges, but I'm just not as crazy, and I don't have fetishes or weird inclinations. Even though in some ways I'm worse, I'm not as big and not as strong, I have behavioral problems. I'm a foreigner too, and that kind of also makes it harder for me in some ways. Because I don't interact to people the same way, I can't relate to people, you know. But because I'm better mentally than Todd, that's why I'm a little bit ahead of him. Yep. It's all up here. And that's the truth. All the best to you guys. Later.